British police are urging people to stay off the streets to allow them to deal with the rioting that's continuing to spread across the capital and parts of the UK. The violence has now reached all sides of the capital, from Hackney in the east to Ealing in the west, Clapham Junction in the south to Camden in the north. 239 people have been arrested over the past 3 days. For the first time since the trouble began on Saturday, violence has flared outside the capital. Reported in Birmingham, Bristol and Liverpool. The British Prime Minister David Cameron is cutting short his holiday and flying home. Well, one of the areas that has been particularly badly affected within the last few hours is Ealing in the west of London. Our reporter Will Grant is there for us now. And Will, we were speaking to you in the last hour. We said things had quietened down in Clapham. You've moved areas now. What's it like in Ealing?
Well, I arrived in Ealing to really find, again, another scene of post-looting, if you like. All the shop fronts on the main truncated street into the area have clearly been attacked. There were balaclavaed groups and groups with their heads covered by scarves and hoods, still walking the streets. But there is a very, very large police presence here now. We understand there's been fires, but they're not really letting us in to find out much more information. They're clearly trying to keep this area as closed down as they can to stop any other pockets of violence unfolding in and around the main business district and the main shopping areas. There are big shopping centres here in Ealing, and they're trying to push out the remaining groups and the remaining gangs that are still wandering the streets at this hour.
Well, we're just showing pictures from Ealing, just that were taken about 2 hours ago, where firefighters were tackling a blaze on the main street there in Ealing. Do you know if the fires have been are under control now?
We don't. We've certainly seen 4 or 5 fire trucks come through here and dozens of police vehicles. Literally, I've seen probably a dozen in the past 20 minutes already. So there is a very, very large presence in this part of West London. Earlier on in the evening, the scenario in South London, in Clapham, was one of unfolding drama as well. It's quite clear how quick these situations can turn ugly. We went from seeing a situation that had various groups of people on the streets to suddenly one where buildings were on fire, and a situation that seemed relatively under control was quite clearly out of the police control. So it's an ongoing operation across the capital, and different areas of the capital are under control at different stages.
OK, Will Grant in Ealing, thank you very much for that update. There's also